How this story helps you learn English, B1, B2 level. This story uses everyday vocabulary, clear sentence structures, and real-life dialogue. You'll learn expressions used in emotional conversations, romantic moments, and life decisions. Focus on how the characters express feelings, use tenses, and describe their thoughts. It's perfect for improving your listening, reading, and speaking in emotional and realistic situations. Don't forget to subscribe to TrueTears-English Emotional Story. Each story is designed to touch your heart and improve your English. Now, let's begin the story. Title: He proposed to me at the airport, with tears in his eyes. My name is Rachel. I'm 27, a teacher, and I used to believe that true love was just something people wrote about in books or showed in movies. But now, when I walk past Gate 12 at the airport, my heart remembers the moment that changed everything. It wasn't a perfect journey. In fact, it started with heartbreak. But it ended with the most unexpected emotional proposal of my life. And I still cry when I remember it. Let me take you back to where it began. I met Andrew during a teaching seminar in Boston. He was late to the session, walked in with messy hair and coffee stains on his shirt, and somehow still managed to make the whole room laugh within 5 minutes. I hated how charming he was. At first, I kept my distance. I'd just gotten out of a 3-year relationship that ended with a voicemail and an apology I never received in person. I was tired, angry, and done with love. But Andrew had this way of showing up, without pressure. He'd bring me a second coffee, just in case you didn't have breakfast. He'd ask if I wanted a ride after late lectures. He didn't flirt. He listened. We became friends. And then one night, after a snowstorm delayed our return home, we ended up talking in the hotel lobby until 3 a.m. That night, he asked me, "Do you think broken hearts can heal better with new love? Or do they just heal slowly on their own?" I didn't answer. I was afraid to know. Over the next 6 months, we grew close. Too close to stay, just friends. I knew it. My friends knew it. Even the old lady who lived next door once whispered, "He looks at you like he's already chosen you." But then he got a job offer in Paris, a 1-year teaching fellowship. He was over the moon, and was silent. I remember sitting with him at a cafe when he told me. His eyes sparkled. "Rach, it's everything I've worked for. I'll get to write, teach, travel." And then he said the words I'll never forget. "But if you say stay, I'll stay." My heart broke in that moment, because I couldn't be the reason he let go of his dream. And yet, I wasn't ready to say goodbye. So I smiled and said, "You have to go. This is your dream." And just like that, he left. The first few weeks after he moved to Paris were unbearable. I'd lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering if I made the right choice. We talked sometimes, video calls, messages, voice notes, but I could feel something changing. One day, he missed our call. The next day, he sent a short text. "Sorry, been busy." By the end of the second month, our calls were once a week, then once every 2 weeks. And then silence. For 3 months, I didn't hear from him. I told myself I was okay. I worked longer hours. I joined a book club. I even went on a date with someone nice, quiet, and safe. But every time I laughed, every time I sipped coffee, or walked past a bookstore, we had loved visiting bookstores, I thought of Andrew, and every time it hurt. Then one day, as I was preparing to fly to Chicago for a family wedding, I received an email from Andrew. Subject: I'm sorry. I stared at the screen. He wrote, I've been a coward. I thought if I let you go slowly, it would hurt less for both of us, but I was wrong. Everything here means nothing without you. I miss you. I love you. If you still care, I'll be at the airport this Friday at 3 p.m. I just need 5 minutes of your time. If you don't come, I'll understand. My heart started racing. I looked at my flight ticket. Friday, 3:40 p.m. Gate 12. Friday arrived. I wore a blue dress, his favorite color. My hands were shaking as I passed through security. Part of me wanted to run back out. The other part wanted to see him again, even if it meant crying in public. I reached gate 12. It was crowded. Families, couples, children. But I didn't see him. For a second, I thought maybe he changed his mind. Maybe this was a cruel joke. And then I heard it. A voice, soft, nervous, behind me. Rachel? I turned. He looked different. Thinner, tired. His eyes searched my face like he was afraid I'd disappear. I didn't think you'd come, he said, breathless. I almost didn't, I whispered. He smiled, but there was pain in his eyes. I missed you, he said. Every day, every book I read, every coffee I drank. I nodded, unable to speak. My throat felt tight. Then he slowly dropped to one knee. People around us began turning, watching. He pulled out a small velvet box, opened it, and inside was a ring. Not shiny, not big, but simple and beautiful. He looked up at me, his eyes filled with tears. Rachel, I don't have a perfect plan. I just have this moment. I love you. I've loved you through every silence, every distance. I was a fool to walk away, and I'll be a bigger fool if I don't ask you now. Will you marry me? I froze. Everything around us went quiet in my mind. And then I remembered all the nights I cried. All the mornings I wished he was beside me. All the what-ifs that haunted me. And then I said the word I had been waiting to say. Yes. He stood up, kissed me in front of everyone, and people started clapping, cheering, even crying. The flight announcement echoed in the background, but I didn't care anymore. I called my sister and told her, I won't make the wedding. Something more important happened. Andrew never went back to Paris. Instead, he moved back home. We started small. Weekend visits, dinners, learning to love each other slowly again. A year later, we got married in a small bookstore surrounded by fairy lights and our favorite books. Now, every year we visit Gate 12 at the airport. Not to fly, just to remember. Because love doesn't always come in perfect timing. Sometimes it arrives late. Sometimes it arrives at the gate, when you're just brave enough to show up. If you felt the emotion in this story and want more heartfelt tales to help you improve your English, subscribe now to True Tears English Emotional Story. Each story will help you learn English. One tear, one word, one lesson at a time.